Here is a quick introduction to Greger. Greger is an AI agent coding environment inside Emacs. It can write and edit code, it can run shell commands, search the internet, and you can also write custom tools for it to use. So it's a bit like Claude Code, but inside Emacs. So once it's installed, you can hit Ctrl Meta semicolon to open a new Greger buffer. And here you can type something like what tools do you have access to? And now I hit Meta return. That starts generating. So first it's thinking about it, and then it's outputting all of the tools it has access to. This is just text buffer, so you can just delete stuff here. So for example, if you wanted to ask it how much disk space do I have left, now it's going to run a shell command to figure this out. So now it asked me, do you want to execute df-h? Yes, I say. And that's out there. What you can also do if you find yourself having to accept that prompt a bunch of times is you can say safe shell commands. You can then say df-h is safe. So then do it again. Now it just ran without prompting. What you can also do is to delete that, and then you customize variable Greger allow all shell commands. Now it will run any shell command it wants without prompting. One thing you can see here is that it's only showing the first 4 lines of the tool result here. So if I hit tab, it expands it. Hit tab again, it hides it. You can also show all of the hidden text in the buffer if you do Control semicolon Control F, and then you see there's some tags that wrap the tool output, and there's a thinking signature and a few things that get folded in by default. Another interesting tool is the web search tool. So if we ask it what is the current weather in Gothenburg, knows it needs to search the web. And here we see some underlines under some of these words here. It means you can tab them and get the citation. And you can hit enter on this link and go to that website in the browser. Let's make it do something a little bit more interesting. Make Python tool does a simple speed test in CLI. Once you made a directory, initialize it. So let's hit meta enter again, and now it breaks down the problem. First it creates the directory with the make directory tool. Now it initializes the Git repository. Now it's actually writing the script. Once that's done now, you'll see that it has staged and committed a file. That's because Greger commits every change it makes to Git. So that's a way that you can navigate through the changes, that if it starts out in a good direction and then it does something bad, you can easily roll back to where it went wrong. Another useful command is Control G, which will interrupt. Now I've interrupted it, I don't actually need that setup script. Let's go to a shell and see project is created. Speed CLI. Now we can tell Claude to run the speed test and fix any issues you find. So now, as you're noticing, the point is constantly following the output. If you hit Control semicolon F, you can then scroll up and down in the buffer as it generates output, which is useful because sometimes it just scrolls by really quickly. Now it has some 403 forbidden errors. It's now using the string replace tool. And this again you can fold and unfold with tab. Let's go back to following it, semicolon F. So the way string replace works is that it finds the piece of original content and some new content, and then it replaces the original with the new content. And the original content is not always what is in the file. Claude doesn't always get that right, and then it tries it again. So now it worked. So now it replaced those lines. We can follow along here. So now it found some even better endpoints to hit. Watching Claude do its thing here. If we look at the git log of what's happening, you see a bunch of commits. I was testing it again. I'm just going to break there. But these are the main features of Greger. On the GitHub README there are instructions for how to install Greger, how to add custom tools. There's also a list of all of the tools that exist. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.